And here at home, Muslim students on 2 of UConn's campuses say that they've been on the receiving end of threats over the past few weeks.
Channel 3's Matt McFarland is live in stores this morning with details. So, Matt, who's investigating these threats?
Well, Wendell and Nicole, we're told that the students reported the incidents to both UConn police and the FBI, and the impacted students, well, they will be providing an update, a press conference later on this morning. Now, according to the Council on American and Islamic Relations and the Muslim Students Association here at UConn, over the past few weeks, students received what they called racist and threatening anti-Muslim emails and voicemails. Since the terror attacks last month in Israel and the violence that's followed, CARE says it's seen a spike in these types of incidents. They're not alone. There's been an uptick in anti-Semitic incidents as well. In fact, just last week, Jewish students at UConn told Eyewitness News they were worried about their safety on campus. In a statement, CARE says we must have open, campus-wide discussions about combating bigotry through education and building connections across differences. And again, that press conference here at UConn is set for 11 o'clock this morning. We're live at the mobile newsroom in stores. Matt McFarland, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.